Hi guys, it's Sarah from Book Nerds and Fangirls, and today I will be doing my June wrap-up. Now, usually for my wrap-ups, I like to do my clothes and my makeup and everything I bought this month, as well as a few other things, but I'm gonna change this wrap-up around. I listened to 4 audiobooks this month, which were awesome. I couldn't do without one specific app that I will talk about here in a minute. Speaking of which, this video is not sponsored by them in any way, shape, or form. I just like to give credit where credit is due. Due for this marvelous app. I didn't end up watching any TV shows this month, so the TV show section will be striked. Even though I got through half of Riverdale season 2, it just being a little too for me lately. And I ended up watching 5 movies in the month of June as well, but this isn't how this video is different. This video is different because I would like to talk to you guys about the new ideas for my new series once I get my camera. Like, if you guys didn't notice, I had better resolution and I said I got a new camera, which was true, but that camera ended up breaking after 72 hours of use and not working anymore, so I got a refund for it, thank God, and we're looking into getting me a better camera for my birthday. That's also a good thing that's happening next month as well. So thumbs up on that one. That one I would like to also, I would like to talk about the new series that I'm starting up, as well as plans I have for video recordings in the month of July. I would also like to shout out two very important people for this month. Both celebrities in their own way. Because this month has, well, actually not even two. I'd like to shout out like 3 people this month because it is Pride Month and all these members are a part of the LGBT community, but it's not the reason why. That's not the reason why I'm shouting them out. They've done really important things. I feel like not just for their communities, but for their fans this month. So I would like to shout them out in this video at the end of the video, because I feel like what's the use of being on YouTube and stuff if you can't acknowledge the good things that people do for us. Like, one of these people are going to be a YouTuber, another one's going to be a singer, and, well, actually, the second one is also a singer, so I'm going to have 2 singers and shout out one YouTuber in this video. But that being said, let's get on to the wrap-up. So, usually I start out with movies that I watched for this month. The first movie I ended up watching was Coco. And I have to say that this movie is totally worth the hype. I loved it so much. Never really saw that plot twist coming. It's a very important coming of age story, believe it or not. And I didn't expect it to be so dark for a Pixar movie, but it went there on some parts, but I loved it nevertheless. It was very interesting, it's very entertaining. I loved the plots and the subplots that ran through it. I love the deeper meaning of family and who you are in this movie, and it's a great movie for kids. I love it. I also love how it talks about Day of the Dead, because I do live in New Mexico. Not to be confused for Mexico, because New Mexico is actually a part of the United States for people who don't know that. But we also celebrate Day of the Dead here because we have a very heavy Hispanic influence here, which I love. I love being a part of every community I can, getting to learn everyone's heritage and stuff. It's pretty cool. I liked it. So the next one that I ended up watching was Overboard with Anna Faris, and I can't remember what the other actor's name was, but I support Anna Faris as an actress. I think she's really funny, and every movie she does is pretty great. So I watched Overboard, and I was surprised by how much I actually liked it. It's not like a blowaway film. It didn't blow me away in any way, shape, or form. I just thought it was a good film. I thought it was nice. I thought it's a very stable film on its own. It's just, it didn't really come at the right time, if you know what I mean, because I think Deadpool 2 was playing around the same time it was, but I ended up watching Deadpool 2 beforehand, so, yeah. So the next movie I ended up watching, it'll shock people because I haven't watched this yet, but that's Moana. I finally got up and watched the rest of Moana because I've watched half of it at work with coworkers, and we never resumed the film. So I finally got up off of my butt and watched this on Netflix with my husband, and I actually really enjoyed it. I like Moana. I think she's great. I think she's really funny. I think Coco's a little better than Moana, in my personal opinion, but I still enjoyed it. So the next one I ended up watching was Ocean's 8. I was in the town 30 minutes away from my town that I'm living in now, which happens to have one of the only movie theaters within like an hour radius. So I ended up watching Ocean's 8 because I had watched everything else in that theater by that point. So I watched Ocean's 8 and it was okay. It was decent. I was never really into the Ocean's film. I never really watched the original ones. So I didn't really know anything about the Ocean's franchise going in. I just wanted to watch this one because it looked semi-interesting. To me, it was interesting for the 2 hours I was there, but never really enjoyed it as much as I thought I would. Rihanna was actually pretty good in this. I heard Rihanna's not really that great an actress whenever it comes to movies, but this one, I liked her performance in this one, actually, as well as everyone else's. Is pretty good. So the next one I have, it is The Incredibles 2. I enjoyed this movie despite the disturbances that I had in the theater. It was like, it wasn't a crazy experience. It was just, it made me mad at some points because there was this kid, and I get that kids are noisy, okay? I get that. I get kids will be kids and stuff like that. I had 2 kids that had outbursts in my movie theater. One of them just wanted to go home. So his mother left the theater and didn't come back because I think she told him they would come back another time. I swear I wasn't eavesdropping. These people were like literally right next to me. And then there was a kid behind me, and unfortunately their parents didn't really have decency to really do anything about it. It's just, I get it, kids will be kids, but when your kid has an outburst like 7 to 8 times in a theater full of other kids, by the way, this theater was full of kids, and I heard maybe like a couple peeps out of them throughout the whole movie because they were so fascinated, but this kid behind me, he would throw fits, he would scream, wouldn't listen to his parents whatsoever. It was just, I get it, kids will be kids, but theater etiquette really is a thing, guys, so just saying. I don't really get anything about that kid, so for all I know, this could just be the way he acts normally. I don't know. No, so the next thing I want to talk about is the books that I listened to this month. I'm not gonna say read anymore because I didn't read books. I don't read books a lot anymore because I'm busy working 9-hour shifts almost every day. day and they're all on an overnight shift and I get tired and it's just, it's crazy. And finding times to read books while I want to do other things is very hassling. So I would like to personally give a shout out to this app, which is Audible. I know people can't see it because it's reflecting off the sun too much. I really hate how the sun reflects in here. But this is Audible. Audible, it's giving me recommendations for other books. Here is my Audible library. Which you can't see because the white balance is always off in this room. It's just, I can't wait to get a camera that's actually functioning. But without this, I wouldn't have got through 4 audiobooks. So I would like to shout out Audible in this video. Thank you guys for helping me get through this month. So the first book that I ended up reading this month was the one book that destroyed me. This book was A Reaper of the Gates by Sabaa Tahir. This is the 3rd book in the Ember and the Ashes series, and oh my god, this book ruined me. It made me hate a main character that I didn't think I would hate. It made me like a character that I, since this point, was very annoyed with. And then it also made me feel so bad for Helene. It's just, oh my god, Helene can't ever catch a break, and she gets so much hate, too. I don't get the hate train. I really don't. I know she's supposed to be an antagonist somewhat, but I guess it's just because I like antagonist people. I sympathize with them a lot more. I think Laia is a little bit too good for me to actually really like. But I liked her in this book, and if people didn't figure out, the one person that I'm not really liking this book was Elias. I have a full rant review for Elias in that video, so I'll try to remember to link it down below if people are still interested in watching it. I would also like to thank everyone who watched that spoiler review video, because I ended up getting, I think it was 114 views, which is very impressive for my channel, because I almost never get that many views. So I would like to personally thank everyone who watched that video. It really meant a lot to me, as well as this book. This book really meant a lot to me, and it's going to be one of my favorites of the year for sure. But there's still like another half of a year to go, so we'll see. So the second book, audiobook that I listened to this month was Warcross by Marie Lu. Now, this one, I forgot to give start ratings. I gave A Reaper of the Gates 5 out of 5 stars on Goodreads. I am on Goodreads for people that wanted to know that. I think I will link my Goodreads page down below if you guys want to be friends on Goodreads and keep up with my progress, because I always need new friends on Goodreads. So the second book I ended up getting through was Warcross by Marie Lu. I gave this book a 3 out of 5 stars on my Goodreads review because, well, I liked the ending of it and the plot twist surprised me in a way. I really didn't like the beginning of this book. I thought it was really boring. I thought the scenes where they were actually in this competition were a lot of lackluster. I don't know. It just really wasn't my thing. I will end up reading Wildcard because I think Wildcard is going to be better than Warcross was. And it's just, like, the series is a duology, and that's all it is. And so if I start the first book, I might as well just finish it and read the second book because it's going to be easy to finish the series. And then I could say I have another completed series on my shelf. Gummy. But the third book I ended up reading for this month was one of my personal favorites. It's up there with Reaper of the Gates for my favorite of the month. And that's The Way I Used to Be by Amber Smith. Now, I love this book. This book was so amazing. I know a lot of people didn't really like it because they think it's unrealistic in a way, but at the same time, I really like it because I do sympathize with what Eden went through this book. Not so much the topic of rape as everything else she seemed to through in this book. I understood completely. I feel like Eden is one character that I get a lot because I saw a lot of myself in Eden as well. And maybe when I make the book review for this one, because that's coming up, that's part of my featured videos, that content that I'm going to talk to you guys about here in a minute. But when I talk about it, I'll open up a little bit more about why I feel like Eden is so much like me as a character and why I feel more attached to her than I do in the other book that I read this month, because I like characters that I can relate to, and I could really relate to Eden and how she was feeling and how some people treated her in this book, because a lot of people treated me that way. The way that Eden got treated in this book, and it's just, I got past it. It's high school and, like, maybe parts of college as well, but I understand her situation a lot. More than a lot of people know, and I gave this book 5 out of 5 stars, if people didn't know. Now, the last book I ended up listening to on audiobook, I struggled with giving it the rating that I did, but I felt like it was very, accurate, and that's The Last to Let Go by Amber Smith. I gave this one a 3 out of 5 stars for a reason. Mostly because, while I liked the message of the story a lot, I really couldn't relate to it. I know there are people who can relate to the situation, one of the members of my family being one of them. One of them, except the murder part, but we'll get to that in a minute. Man, so I read The Last to Let Go, and I liked the ending of The Last to Let Go, but the other parts of it I was just about. I really do like the relationship between Brooke and Danny. For those of you that don't know, this book also has LGBT representation in it, because the main character, Brooke, is a lesbian, and I really liked that. I don't really see contemporary novels a lot that feature a member of the LGBT community as the main character. I know there are things out there, but it wasn't like a huge marketing plot like other books tend to market. It's like, hey, buy my book because it has an LGBT main character in it, and I get that it's important, and I'm a huge supporter of the LGBT community as well, but I hate when people just make that the plot device, if that makes sense. I feel like it should just be a natural thing. I don't know why life can be like The Sims somewhat, where if you see a lesbian couple in The Sims, you really don't get tripped out whatsoever about it. But has everyone noticed that there's not, like, any homophobia in The Sims 4 or The Sims 3? I noticed it the other day because I was playing on The Sims 4 and I made this lesbian couple for one of my Let's Play things, which I'll get to in a minute. But there was, like, hardly any homophobia towards them, and that was really interesting to me because I'm used to seeing homophobia a lot. But I'm glad that The Sims could rise above and not have homophobia in their games. I really appreciate that. But that was it for the books this month, guys. Now let's go on to the shoutouts. I'll do my shoutouts first because I feel like I really want to talk to you guys about my future content that I'm gonna put up, that I'm excited about. So the first shout out I would like to make is for Haley. I think her name is Kyoko. I'm sorry if I'm butchering her last name wrong. I really like her music because she's one of the first musicians that I know that openly sings about her sexuality. And it's really great, and I like the song she did with Kalani, and I like the music video for What I Need. I Need by those two. It was a great video, and I like a lot of Haley's videos as well. I like Girls Like Girls, I like Curious, I like What I Need. I think I just need to listen to more of the singer because I like her LGBT representation in the community, and I like how she doesn't give a fuck about the haters. I love her so much. Seems like she's an awesome person. So I want to shout out her because this is Pride Month. I feel like really great that the people I'm shouting out are members of the LGBT community because it is Pride Month. So the second person I would like to shout out in this video is Demi Lovato. I know, me talking about Demi Lovato again, what a shocker. But I would really like to shout out Demi Lovato for a specific reason, not because she is a member of the LGBT community, that's just one of the reasons why I love her a lot. Because she has such a huge part in it. She speaks out against bullying and other stuff within the community, and her show was very open and honest, and it touched me in ways that other things do not. Like, I'm not really much of a crier despite my zodiac sign. For a lot of people who don't know the zodiac sign for Cancer. For July is mostly Cancer there are some people born in July that are Leos, but Cancers are what most of July zodiac signs are made out of. But I'm not really that much of a crybaby, and this girl makes me cry a lot. With the way she's just so open and honest with her fans. And the reason I wanted to give her a shout out in this video was she released this new song called Sober, and in that song she revealed to us that she had broken her sobriety after 6 years, and I'm a little bit sad that she broke sobriety, and it's a really disappointing situation in some ways because there are people that look up to her, myself included. I get that she's only human and she makes mistakes and she knows she's gonna fix it, and I'm praying that she gets better and stronger and comes back 10 times stronger. Another reason why I want to shout her out in this video is because it takes a lot for a celebrity to admit, hey, I fucked up. I'm sorry. I really didn't mean to disappoint you guys, and she's really sad because she feels like she lost a lot of fans to this one. I wrote her a message on Instagram, not that she probably would see it, because she gets a lot of comments on her photos. I told her that we're her fans through and through. She's such an inspiration to so many people that it's okay if she fucks up every once in a while. And I would really like to applaud her for that, even though she gets a lot of hate from other things that I'm not gonna mention in this video, but I would really like to shout her out because I feel like it was a very tough decision to let her audience in on the fact that she broke sobriety and other stuff, and I'd like to shout her out because she's super open and honest with her fans, and I don't know a lot of celebrities that really are open and honest a lot with their problems and their issues, and Demi Lovato is one of them, so I'm gonna be her fan no matter what happens, and congratulations, Demi. I really hope you're doing well. So the third person I wanted to shout out is a YouTuber. Usually I don't do YouTuber shoutouts, even though I really should. should. But of course, I'm gonna shout out Shane Dawson in this video, and I think a lot of people are gonna know why I'm shouting him out in this video. So if people don't know why I'm shouting out Shane Dawson in this video, there was this little thing that we like to call TanaCon. And in TanaCon, there were a lot of people that got screwed over because this event was canceled. It wasn't well organized. People feel like they got conned and they got played, and I don't blame those people whatsoever. If I was there, I would feel like this is just a huge scam and con. There are people that are blaming Good Times for this, which is the organization that helped organize TanaCon, and there's a lot of people blaming Tana for this because it is her convention. For people who want to know my opinion about TanaCon, I'm not really going to make a huge video about it. I'm just going to say in this video, because I feel like I just want to say very little about it, because why give it any more publicity than it already has gotten. I'm just gonna say that I feel like it was both their fault. I feel like Tana should have done more research into the company she was getting to sponsor it, and I'm gonna say it's Good Times because fault also because I feel like these two didn't really know what they were doing. I'm 25 years old and even I can't organize a convention like that. And the research that was done seemed very flimsy. The person on Good Times said that the Marriott had lied to him and said that, yeah, they could fit 5,000 people in that lobby, which is bullshit because they can only hold 1,000 people in that lobby, and I feel like if they would have just looked it up online or did any way, shape, or form of research, or had an open and honest amount of communication, because this event was planned in a month while other events are planned in a year, I feel like this could have gone successfully, but it bombed because there wasn't open amounts of communication. There were very little amounts of research being done on both sides, I feel like. So that's my personal opinion about TanaCon. But the reason I want to shout out Shane Dawson is because I feel like when it comes to this specific event, I feel like he's the only one that seems to be doing anything about it. He went on Instagram Live. I saw a lot of his Instagram Live stories because I follow him on Instagram. He was saying how sorry he was, and he knew that some people on TanaCon were there specifically for him, because he is, like he says, the granddaddy of YouTube. I've been watching him for years. I think I found him when I was 13 years old, and I've loved him ever since. I've followed his career ever since Fred is dead. And I feel like he's one of the most genuine YouTubers out there. He's also, not that this means anything, he's also a fellow Kansaran, so I get how he feels sympathetic towards people who messed up. But I feel like and I appreciate him going into this interview with Michael, who is the CEO of Good Times, with an unbiased opinion. Not sure how the interview with Tana is going to go today because we're getting that video, but we'll see about that. When it comes out. But I really do appreciate the fact that he was one of the very few that ever seemed to really do anything about this TanaCon fiasco. He went on Instagram Live and Snapchat and apologized to his fans that were there. He got in contact with Tana and Michael, who I hear that Tana is seemingly trying to ignore. Fans, I don't think she's trying to ignore him. I think that she knows she fucked up, and she's sorry. And all this. I'm not like the hugest fan of Tana. I follow her, but I don't really watch her videos a lot. So I feel like, I feel like she should own up to the fact that she messed up just as well as this other guy did. And that's just my personal opinion. But I like that that Shane is trying to get to the bottom of this fiasco. And I feel like his response to TanaCon is just so genuine and not, he's not really dissing Tana a lot, nor is he dissing the guy from Good Times. He's just genuinely sorry about everyone who got screwed over. I really like his first video about the TanaCon fiasco because he did allow 2 people to come see him that were screwed over because of TanaCon, and I was really happy about that. I think he said he's organizing a meet and greet for the LA fans that were there. I don't remember. I think he was saying something about that. Because he's genuinely one of the only people that I've seen so far that feels bad about what happened. And I agree with Morgan on his video when she said it's not just the people who are there at TanaCon that got screwed over, because it was the creators that got screwed over as well. Because they do have huge fan bases that really were looking forward to seeing them, and not a lot of people got to see them. And a lot of creators felt bad for that. So, I don't know. This situation is just so messed up, in my opinion. It wasn't really organized well, and I hope in the future, if there is a future for TanaCon, they research it a little bit more, get an actual convention center, and take more than a month to plan it, because, yeah, you can plan things in a month, but it's just not idealistic. So, there's that. So, I feel like this has been a long video, and I apologize. I always tend to rant and other stuff in my video, but I would like to mention some of the things that are coming up in July. Starting with a few of my new series, I'm going to be making the series called Author vs. Author, where I take 2 works from the same author and compare and contrast them, which is where The Way I Used to Be and The Last to Let Go are going to come in. I'm going to review both these books together. I'm still trying to figure out the plot format for that, so it'll probably be up sometime later this week. But I'm super excited to do Author vs. Author. Another thing I'm going to be doing this month is I'm going to be doing a buddy read with my friend Troyan. She is reading the Vampire Academy series for the first time. She's already read Vampire Academy because I wanted her to read it. I let her borrow one of my Vampire Academy books because I have like 3 of them. For people who didn't watch my bookshelf tour, I have like 3 of those bad boys on my shelf. I let her borrow one, and she said she liked it. So she's continuing with this series, and she's gonna be reading Frostbite, and I said, hey, why don't we do a buddy read? And she's like, okay, so I'll be reading Frostbite this month because I love the Vampire Academy series so much, and this is probably my 3rd time rereading it, not gonna lie. I love those crazy adventures of Rose Hathaway. I really wish Rochelle Mead would do more books in that series, even though I know we're probably not gonna get it. But there's always hope, there's always a chance. I'd totally be down for more books in the Vampire Academy series world. I mean, if Cassandra Clare could do it with her Shadowhunters world, and Rick Riordan could do it with his Percy Jackson world, Rochelle Mead could do it with her Vampire Academy world, right? Let's see, I will also, if I get my camera in a good amount of time, I will also be starting a few Sims series. I love playing The Sims 4 and The Sims 3 on my laptop, and I really enjoy watching Sim series, more specifically Carmen King's Sim series and the English Simmers. Those are 2 of the fellow Simmers that I like watching, because they make such interesting series that I never would have thought of concepts about. So I want to shout out these two YouTubers too. You know, and they inspired me to make my own Sim series. Hopefully it'll pop up and hopefully I'll be able to record that series. I'm excited if I do end up getting that series up and running. I have like 3 or 4 ideas for Sim series. So hopefully I get to do each and every one of them with my new camera. If it gets here. Another thing I plan on doing for video content, like, tell me if you guys want to see this, but during my birthday, which is on a Saturday this month, I really want to get a tattoo, so I'll probably be recording me getting a tattoo, because I'm a baby when it comes to pain, and I'm getting a really small tattoo here on my wrist. My wrist is something that means a lot to me. So, here's to hoping that, again, don't chicken out. I'm gonna bring friends so I don't chicken out this time. So, here's to that. I'm also gonna be doing some book reviews as well. I have plans for this other series called Reliving My Childhood, where I take movies, books, and possibly TV shows from my childhood, rewatch them as an adult, and then share my opinion, what I thought of it as a child versus what I thought of it, what I now think of it as an adult. I think that would be a fun series to do. I know I had other ideas for series besides The Sims and my childhood and other things as well. They just don't really come to me right now. So I'm excited. I also have quite a few things that are happening this year. I've got the 4th of July off, which I never get the 4th of July off, so I'm excited for the 4th of July. I got my 3 days off for my birthday, so I'm going to be going out of town for my birthday, so I probably won't be uploading a lot during that weekend, just to let you guys know. Now, I'm planning on getting a little bit better at my uploads. I got audiobooks already ready on my Audible app. I'm gonna be buying more for my birthday, possibly. I don't know, we'll see about that. And then I will be attending a wedding, and it's also my 1st-year wedding anniversary in July too, so July is gonna be a crazy month. I also got a lot of friends' birthdays in July, just like, July love. I love the month of July. July is my favorite month ever. Possibly why I got married in the month of July as well, but yeah, July is awesome. It's an awesome month. I love it so much. But that is it for this video today, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. I hope that I get this camera situation dealt with so I could give you more quality content videos. I really want to resume my bookshelf tour, but it's not gonna happen until I get a better camera, because this is not a flip camera and I can't flip it over to show you guys my bookshelf. So here's to praying that I actually get a camera that actually works this time. Fingers crossed. But I don't know. Comment down below and let me know who is your favorite LGBT content creator and or celebrity. Also, comment down below and let me know what books you would like me to read for this month, because right now I feel like in a mental health / darker subject mood. I like, for people who don't know me, I like dark contemporaries. I don't really like the light and fluffy ones. So, if anyone has a dark contemporary that is on a serious subject that's very realistic, because I like really realistic content when it comes to my books, just comment down below and let me know. No, because I'm always looking for recommendations. stations. But that is it for today, you guys. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!